a mass is attached to a string raised up y0 feet and then let go with an initial velocity of v0 feet per second. The position y of the mass is given by the equation there that's a sum of cosine and sine functions, where t is time in seconds, omega is a positive constant. So now we're going to get specific. If y is 1 and omega is 2, find the initial velocity that results in an amplitude of 6 feet. Solution coming right up. This is one of those problems that can be so frustrating unless you're using the right trigonometric facts, which I've written for you there in red text. So we have a way to change our position equation, which is given as a sum of cosine and sine. We need to be able to write that in terms of a single cosine function or a single sine function, in this case single cosine function, so that we can clearly see, if we're just looking at the a cosine bx plus c here, we can clearly see that a is the amplitude, and it's just not clear at all from our given equation. So we need to kind of translate between the equation we're given and the equation in red. I know that a must equal y0, just looking at the given equation and the equation in red, and lowercase b, well, that has to be equal to v0 over omega. But we've been given specific values, so I can go even further. I can say a is 1 and b equals v0 divided by 2. And I have to have, in this problem, I have to have the amplitude capital A being 6. And actually that's all I need to solve to find the initial velocity if I use a squared. Capital A squared equals small a squared plus small b squared. Using a squared, capital A squared equals lower a squared plus lower b squared. Let's put in everything that I can there, so I know that 6 squared equals 1 squared plus v0 squared all over 4. So that's going to give me 36 equals 4 plus v0 squared all over 4. Now it's pretty straightforward to solve this equation. Multiplying both sides by 4, I'm going to get 144 equals 4 plus v0 squared, and that of course is, I'm going to just flip these around the order there, v squared, v0 squared, subtract 4 from both sides is 140, take the square root, so v0 equals plus or minus the square root of 140, and I can simplify that further, so that implies v0 is plus or minus 2 times the square root of 35, to write it in simplest terms. So that's our initial velocity when the amplitude is 6. Thank you very much for watching. If you found any value from this video, please subscribe and like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day.